Hey everybody, and welcome to Season 2 of Spirits, Dallas's happy hour discussion show on the cool events that you may not know about. Art, geek stuff, technology, and all that kind of junk. We're actually, this episode is starting off with talking about the Asian Film Festival of Dallas, and we're here with Crystal, the lead programmer for the festival, and Alicia, the marketing director for the festival. We're actually back at one of our favorite spots, the Uptown Pub. Which is actually right around the corner from the Magnolia Theater, which is where the good chunk of the Asian Film Festival is going to be taking place.
It's right here, and I've never been here before. I've been going to AFFD for years, and this is so fun and cozy. I mean, and this is a great place to just kind of pop out between features because there's going to be a good, and there's food, right?
Well, that's actually why we kind of wanted to do it here, because we want to let people know that, hey, if you guys need some place to go, grab a drink or something, or even waiting for it, come over to the Uptown Pub. They have a lot of great drink deals, food here, and you're right across from Borders Bookstore, which I heard was just now becoming an affiliate for the program.
Yes!
Get a voucher from us and then come buy something at Borders July 24th and 25th.
Couldn't be easier, and we get some money back, yeah.
Awesome. So I guess we'll go ahead and start off. What are you drinking, Crystal?
I'm drinking Blue Moon with orange. I love Blue Moon, and putting orange in the Blue Moon, perfection. Love it.
And Alicia?
I ordered a ginger ale, but they didn't have any, so they mixed.
They made it a ghetto ale.
They made me ghetto ale, which consists of Sprite and Coke, allegedly. And it tastes quite similar to ginger ale.
Nice.
And I'm drinking this because I have to study tonight.
No, I got you. Yeah, you're actually about to graduate from business school, aren't you?
Right.
Awesome.
Just,
5 more days.
just like right now, there's nothing else going on.
In the heart of trying to program this huge film festival.
Yeah, I mean, I like to challenge myself.
Well, the pressure wasn't already on top of you.
Apparently not.
My choice. I started off with a Stella, but now I'm actually doing a Guinness, like my Irish brews. So,
Nice. Very nice.
yeah. So I guess we can get started. So how long have both of you been working with the Asian Film Festival?
Well, the festival's been going on for 9 years, and I've been attending for 8 and an active volunteer for 7.
Okay.
I've been involved since about 2004, 2005, and I had attended it before then, maybe around 2002. But around 2004, I saw a flyer, like a call for entries, and I got together with 2 friends, and we made a short film. They needed an Asian to be involved to have this
since it was Asian Film Festival.
So the festival took submissions for like local films or stuff, or?
Oh yeah, we have call for entries every year.
Really? Yeah. So it's not just the big names or the big films that Asian cinema.
No. We, in fact, I would say a good 30 to 40% of the films in rotation have been submitted to us.
Okay,
and
awesome.
This year we have 3 short film showcases.
Yes. Yeah, we're showing 21 films.
Or is it of local talent or out of state or? Okay, awesome.
Actually, from all over the globe, yeah.
Right.
Awesome. That's really cool. I did not know that, so that's something to actually let my students know about too.
Well, and it gives me an opportunity to show you the award.
Yes, please. You show me this early.
We do. We have juried competition, but also for feature films. We have 9 different categories. And for the first year, Panasonic Avionics Corporation Award for Excellence in Asian Film. Very nice. The very first branded AFFD award, and the winners of all of our juried competition and categories, including short experimental, short documentary feature, and short narrative feature. We'll all be winning those awards. So.
Nice. That's really cool to know. I was about to say, and I know Dallas has a lot of film festivals, USA Film Festival, which I think was taken back in after the AFI kind of pulled out,
Actually, the Dallas Film Society was originally a co-presentation with the AFI out of Los Angeles.
Yeah, okay.
And it was AFI for the first 2 years.
Was it 2 or 3? It was 3.
They had a 3-year contract. They had a 3-year contract, and it was predetermined that at the end of 3 years, that AFI and DFS would separate, and DFS, Dallas Film Society, would become its own property, and that's Dallas International Film Festival, and it is the largest film festival in Dallas. It's a tremendous festival. They're so kind. They make a point to program with all of the other festivals.
That's really cool.
AFFD was there, and we co-presented on 4 films. They were just brilliant. You were talking about the USA Film Festival. They, I believe, have been around for 40 years.
Yeah.
And but it's all taking place. Yeah, DIF's in April, and USA Film Festival's in like April, May.
Yeah.
And there are seasons for Asian film festivals too. As it turns out, you are either in June or you're in October, and I'm not sure why. So everybody's like arm wrestling for the same film.
You guys are in July.
We are in July, and that's why we don't have to arm wrestle quite so much.
That's cool.
But yeah, we're doing a lot of shipping between Melbourne and the Czech Republic, Sao Paulo, Brazil.
The Czech Republic.
Oh yeah.
Last year we had.
What, they just ship here from them, or?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And we're shipping a lot to Brazil after this, which has the second largest Japanese population in the world.
I've heard that. I've actually heard that. How hard is it to get the films? I mean, you guys show. I mean, how much? I mean.
I just also go, oh god. You know, it's so funny because people say, oh, I want to be in programming, you know, and when they say programming and they think about programming for film festivals, it's like, oh, I want to watch the films and pick the films, and oh my gosh, no, it's
a small part of it.
It is just a small part of it. Really, you need to be a researcher at heart, and I'm really lucky. It's a shame that our lead programmer, Steve Norwood, who writes for DallasFilmNow.com and has been working as a volunteer for the AFFD for years, he's just a machine. He's a research machine. Basically, we did most of the programming this year, and it involves searching all of the film festivals all over the world for Asian properties, searching our favorite directors, our favorite actors, and once you identify it, thank God for IMDb. I don't even know what people would have done before having an online resource like that says, well, this might be the production company. And then you start the email trail. I mean, really, our festival programming year, assuming we book in July, and we have a July festival, we start in October.
Okay.
And yeah, basically, once you identify the properties you want, you talk to the production companies and the agents and the actors themselves, and you beg, borrow, and steal to get information. And then maybe you get a screener, maybe. And then you can talk about maybe booking an exhibition fee for a film, and then there's the arm wrestling with that.
Negotiations on the actual price, the number of.
And this is all before you even talk about trying to get a print from Japan, Korea to Dallas.
Yeah.
It is an unbelievable set of work, and I have so much respect for the organizations that have helped us over the past 3 years. I mean, our founder, Mai Hong, who's now with the San Diego Asian Film Festival, she really trained us and got us started with that kind of thing. But the people with the New York Asian Film Festival, Subway Cinema, a Fantastic Fest, these are people who really kind of help you and give you names and stuff like that. There's a network of film festival programmers all over the world called the Film Fest Mafia, and we help each other.
I've heard about that.
It's really difficult. So yeah, programming, when people say that to us, you just want to smile and go, aw. I know, we love films too, and but really, I mean, for anybody who's interested in films or film festivals and that kind of thing, the way to do it is to look at other film festivals and figure out what you like.
Another one, actually, a good way for people to get about film festivals is withoutabox.com. Is another one you can email, and they tell you about all the different festivals. I mean, everything from overseas to just experimental. It's a good way. I tell my students to even check on that if they want to submit their stuff. So.
And we use Without a Box.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. And who owns them? Is it IMDb that owns them, or Amazon? Somebody big actually owns them, and I'm like, oh, well, that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amazon, I think, actually.
I think so.
Yeah. Which I think that's really cool to know that they actually take a love for the community to actually say, hey, let us see your, they want to know who the next Steven Spielberg or the next Francis Ford Coppola is going to be.
Exactly right. And again, like IMDb, I don't know how film festivals did it before. And of course, people here in Dallas, Anna Alexander with USA Film Festival would be able to tell you, oh, they just got boxes and boxes of films that they would just have to go through. And now a lot of people can just watch films that they're looking to evaluate online. We're not there yet. Without a Box allows that a little bit, but that'd be really nice. And it's kind of a controversy now with film festivals. They're like, well, a lot of festivals are starting to bring in, hey, you can watch films in the theater, the way God intended, right? Or you can watch them online and have an online screening room.
That'd be kind of cool.
Kind of restricted to how many people go in, and there's debate,
I mean, I can see the liking for that, but
do you want to watch it this big? Do you want to watch it on your iPhone?
Well, there's still a love of seeing on the big screen.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to say, my time to hit the theater has been knocked back so much, but when I get to go, I love just sitting there in the front row. Not the front row, somewhere in midway. I don't know.
A little motion sickness with your film. Oh my gosh, Kyle, we've saved you.
We will save you
right here.
Yeah. Your favorite seat.
Well, what kind of films do you like?
Are we talking about just? Are you talking?
Yeah.
I've not got no real big pick. I mean, I like everything. I mean, if I was to go into the some of my favorite films. Lost in Translation was one. If you want to go to films like, especially going to Asian, John Woo's Hard Boiled, is still one of my greatest
Which you were
ones.
just talking about today.
That's still one of my favorite films. And like I said, when it comes to Asian films, I'm a huge kaiju fan. For anybody who doesn't know what a kaiju
Big
is,
monster.
giant rubber suit monsters from Japan. Godzilla, Mothra, Rodan, Varan, Babaragon.
So for kaiju, okay, Chaw. Let me find out what day it is. I want to say it's on Tuesday.
Chaw is on Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday. Giant killer pig. And
Korean.
You think I'm kidding, but it's ridiculous and it's funny. Oh, it's so great.
Koreans actually know how to make good monster films. Like, what was the one they did a couple years ago with the...
You mean The Host?
The Host, thank you.
They know how to make good films in general.
Yeah, they do, really do.
Amazing
Film
stories,
industry is
deep.
really booming.
Let's go.
Yep, Tuesday, 9:45 p.m. at the Angelica Film Center, Dallas.
Oh, I'll be there.
Yeah.
And this is actually the first time I know you guys have used to you'd either be at the Magnolia or you'd be at the Dallas Museum of Art, but this is the first time I've seen. I know you guys are doing both.
Yeah, we've actually
That's true.
expanded this year.
We're very excited.
We are very.
I guess this is one question. Are they okay with you guys doing dual? I mean, since they're kind of competitors, I guess, in some form or fashion, or
Actually, I don't think that's true. I wonder if maybe back in the day that might have been the case. Oh, art house theaters. I think we've come so far, right, in the last 20 years, where art house features and international cinema and that kind of thing isn't so rare anymore. And there's enough of it to choose from where you can share a good 6 to 8 features that are indie, foreign, that kind of thing among theaters. And so I think they're looking at each other now, companies like Magnolia and Landmark and those, they see it as basically edifying the community, because without those theaters, we're just losing out on films.
True.
Just the number. And
the film market's being hit really hard now too. So I think they kind of got to work together. I mean, there's been so many theaters that have closed already, and just some big mainstream ones that have closed in Dallas. So it's kind of. So I also noticed Landmark, originally owned and still owns the Inwood, Lovers, and they're showing non-art house films now too.
They are, but they're showing showing foreign features too, and
they're still doing the midnight showings.
Midnight showings this Friday and Saturday night. As a matter of fact, there is a 1970s classic, trippy horror film. It's called Hausu, and Janus Films has it. Criterion's about to put it out. It's never been out on domestic DVD, and it's coming out this fall, but they're putting it on Roadshow first. So Friday and Saturday night, as a pre-festival week event, we are co-hosting the midnight shows of Hausu at the Inwood, and it's in the screening lounge. It is.
Okay.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
It's so
look
fun.
for the trailer on YouTube. It is
Or our Facebook.
frightening.
And you're gonna miss it, boo.
I know, and this is one I actually wanted to watch. I usually stay away from the scary.
Here's a question: when you guys doing all the volunteering, do you guys get to watch the films at the film festival, or how does that work for you guys?
We try to see the ones we want to. We try to see as many as we can.
Do you get to?
Not very much.
No, typically not. When we do it, we talk about being for the fans. We're literally for the fans because we're just, well, even I. Steve has seen more films than I have because he just the volume of films that he reviewed to help us choose what to include for the festival is outrageous. But there are 1 or 2 features that we weren't able to get a screener for. So when I see it in the theater during Fest Week, that's going to be the first time I see it.
Nice.
And that's a great experience to have. So those I won't miss. The other ones, we're taking care of the customers and that kind of thing. And much as we'd like to, and what we'll do is we'll pinch hit. Somebody will be like, I am not missing Breathless. On the big screen, our other founder, we have then we have Stephen Carlton, who basically brought international film to the Dallas-Fort Worth market. He's a juror this year, and I brought him his screener packet, the preset DVDs of everything, so that he could review things in advance and review them for the jury. And he said, I think I just want to see as much as I can on the big screen, and because that's how.
Like him.
Yeah, exactly right, and that's how we want our audiences to see it. Yeah. That's why we bring these films, because you could probably order it international and see it at home, and that's great. Support the arts, right? But seeing it in the theaters, there's nothing quite like it. So
we'll
engaged
audience.
Yeah.
I'd rather almost see it in the theater first and then judge if I want to buy it on DVD later. That way.
So would we. We'd much prefer you do that too. So Alicia could come up to me and say, okay, I've got to see this in the theater, and we will. We'll make
We've
we'll
always
make that
been really
happen.
cooperative about that, and we have an expanded team. in terms of board members?
For us, anyway. We basically run the festival with a board of 12 and a volunteer set of 25 or so, which is pretty small actually, but we're such an engaged group, and everybody is so in love with the films that there's a good trade-off there. But yeah, we make it happen. We make it happen for you. We make it happen for you first. So.
Well, I appreciate that.
So make sure you come.
Yeah,
I'll be there. As I told you guys earlier, it's probably minus 1 or 2 days. I'll be there every day watching a film or two. So.
Oh, bless your little heart. Yep, on the front row. Yeah.
Well, I'll be there. I've already got plans for Phobia 2. That
it's gonna be great.
I know.
It's so fun.
I saw the first one. And it was 4, and I heard there's 5 stories this time.
Phobia. And I think that maybe people, I think they didn't understand. They didn't understand that BIA meant phobia. Because this and Bia doesn't spell phobia.
Yeah, well, it would have been out. And now it's 5 shorts in the film.
Yeah, and now it's just Phobia 2. Because clearly the marketing didn't work so well the first time. But no, and it's got the same actors.
I noticed that. I also realized that one was supposed to be like...
That means they didn't die in the first one.
Oh, they did. They're just different.
Yeah, well, no, I was reading that one of the films is actually a sequel to the rafting part in the first one.
It's not a sequel. It's the same cast.
Okay.
Now they're filmmakers making a film.
They're reincarnated.
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go. Yeah, and no, it's brilliant. It's even better, and we're so picky. I mean, I'm a genre girl at heart. Horror genre / cult, that sort of thing is really in my wheelhouse, and I'm really obsessed with it. So only the best horror and suspense.
This brings me to, how did you guys get into liking Asian film? I mean, what kind of drew you in? What was your first experience really kind of being drawn into this cult?
It was actually a fairly recent phenomenon for me. Like, I didn't really grow up enjoying, like, embracing Asian film. I think my brother got me a little bit into Asian film just by way of anime and TV dramas. He watched TV dramas as well, like Japanese dramas. But I also distinctly remember watching Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon in theaters in college, and just watching this beautiful film and this amazing story and the strong characters. It was the first time I felt, I don't know, it's really hard to explain. It was the first time I really appreciated being Chinese.
Oh, wow.
And from then, it just, I don't know, it kind of changed the way I thought about a lot of things.
And did you get involved with the AFFD kind of shortly after that? Or?
Yeah, no, long after.
See, in my story, it's pretty similar. I mean, I graduated with a film degree from TCU in screenwriting and film criticism, and so I already was in love with film. But I went to the Asian Film Festival of Dallas for the first time, kind of on a fluke, and we hear this story with our fans is, I saw it in the paper, and there was this film, it was supposed to be super famous, so I came in and I just never ever went home. Well, that's exactly what happened to me. I went on a Saturday night with my husband, and I saw a Hong Kong cop drama running out of time, and then I saw Wong Kar-wai's Fallen Angels, and then I saw Takashi Miike's Audition, and it just blew my mind time after time, and I just went,
minus the last 20 minutes of that film.
Yeah, why have I never seen films like this before? Why have I never seen stories told this way?
And to be challenged in a way that you aren't by mainstream
exactly
American films, for
right.
instance.
Yeah, and they couldn't pull me away. So 5 days later, I went up to Maya and I said, I can't believe that I've never, because I'd seen Akira, right? And I knew Ron, and I mean, all the famous Asian film, but nothing that was modern and okay with ambiguity and beautiful, gorgeous, violent, scary stuff. And I was in love with it ever since, couldn't get enough of it.
I'll be straight up honest, like growing up for me, it was like me when I grew up in the child of the 80s watching stuff like Transformers and Robotech, and I watched Godzilla films.
Exactly.
But it never really, even though I knew they weren't American, never really clicked on me that it was Asian cinema. And then I was starting freshman year of high school, and they brought back Robotech, and that's what kind of triggered me. I started learning about anime. I'm a huge mech fan, so I know Mobile Suit Gundam. And then I went to this convention, and I got my first taste of a Jackie Chan film watching City Hunter, and I was like, oh, what is? I gotta know more about Jackie Chan.
That's a fun one too.
Oh, it's a great one.
Because there were the
yeah, no, that was I'm a huge Jackie Chan fan, but that City Hunter is one of those ones that, because it's based off a Japanese comic and anime, so it's just, and ever since then I just kind of was downhill for me.
I know. Well, and yeah, I mean, talking about hitting it, in the mid to late '90s and the early 2000s. I mean, really progressive Asian cinema coming out, and and people saw, and then Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon came on the scene, and it was just, it really was, and audiences all over the world got their eyes open.
I think the one that, and maybe I could be wrong about this, but I think the one that really started breaking out Asian cinema over here was back in '96 when they Jackie Chan released Rumble in the Bronx. And I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I think that's when like the whole fan of like actually just Asian cinema really started. Because it was when the
Rush Hour.
That's another big one. Yeah, that's when he was starting doing the American. But I think that was when people started really kind of, who's this guy? And there's
and people were like, oh, Jet Li, what? Yeah, and so there was a little bit more cachet there. They started to become part of the cinematic language on the pop culture.
It wasn't as underground as it used to be.
Yeah.
And now it's more mainstream.
And I remember the whole fanboys going, oh well. Quentin Tarantino, you just haven't seen any John Woo, but it's not like that anymore. But now it's part of our language, and so we find, people come up to us and say, I didn't know there was an Asian film festival in town. But once they do and they come for the first time, typically, and do you hear this every year? People come up to me and go, I only planned to come for this one. But then I went and bought a ticket for this other one while I was waiting in line because this other one was so good.
That's what happened to me last year.
And I just never went home. And we love those stories. Those are the best kinds to get, and it means we're doing the right thing, and the audiences really do want this stuff.
Well, that's what happened to me last year. It was like the one I originally was going to see was Neko. And then
because everybody's afraid to say pussy soup, but that is the literal translation.
And then I thought, wait, what is this? I said, my friend Chia, who's a huge horror fan, was like, I'll give it some shot. So I saw Phobia. So I saw that. Came back the next, I think it was a couple days later, and I saw Hansel and Gretel. And then it was another cop film. Was it? I think a Thai cop.
Beast Stalker.
Yeah, Beast Stalker. And then I saw Ip Man. Now I'm like, screw it. I'm making sure I see more than just 5 films because there's a whole genre that I'm missing out on.
Well, we have hot Vietnamese action film Clash. That's going to be amazing. I've seen it. It's brilliant. It's fun, and it looks fantastic. And I didn't know there was such a vibrant Vietnamese hip-hop scene. Well, now you know. And so, yeah.
I don't think I knew that.
I highly recommend Clash. And, of course, our big audiences last year, we showed us a trailer for a work in progress called Robo Geisha.
I know. I've seen the trailer again. I'm like, I'm going to have to check this out. I don't understand. It's like, all I hear is this deep voice going, Robo Geisha.
Yeah, Geisha, kick, yeah. And we showed that as a teaser in front of Phobia, and people didn't leave us alone for the entire year, and so we had to get it. And we were super lucky because out of Flower Mound, Funimation got the rights, and so they've been a friend of the festival for years. So they were able to make that happen for us. So yeah, anybody with a VIP badge has Robohead on there. I don't think we have Robohead in here, but we have Robohead all sorts of places.
Do you guys know how many VIP passes left, or are you all sold out?
You know what? We have, I think, less than 5 VIP passes left for sale. So totally recommend it, because everybody's like, now that I've bought 7 individual tickets, I should have bought a pass. And that's what we did. So yeah, but we try and make it available.
No.
That's okay.
The camera overheated, so
Aww.
pulling off a little bit. That camera's still going.
Oh.
Well, how did you hear about the festival last year?
Yeah.
Actually, I wasn't even last year. I've known about the festival for numerous
You
years.
went to Godzilla Final Wars.
Well, yeah, but actually, 2 years prior, 2-3 years before that, I saw. And I forget the name now. I was at the DMA. I saw the film.
Save the Green Planet?
No. That was a few years before that.
That was
What's the Japanese film, The High Scores, where they get taken to the island?
Yeah, it's a
Battle Royale,
baby. Classic.
Yeah, I was the first one I saw. That was like 01 or 02 that I think that. I saw that.
2002, and that was.
It's incredible.
And every time they talk about a U.S. remake, you just go, no, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work the same, because they're afraid.
And it's kind of funny because I used to work for an anime store called Planet Anime. I was the assistant manager there for the longest time, and my old manager actually volunteers for the last couple of years. I don't know if you know her, but Terry Tisler.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Christopher McKesson.
Yeah. So I know her, and she volunteers every year.
She's a doll and a half. Yeah.
So every time
Do you own your own copy of Battle Royale?
No.
You should go online to Borders
Books
and get your copy, because they had a really beautiful 10th anniversary edition that was lovely.
Yeah, I still never saw 2. I heard. Okay, that's a good to know.
There were 2.
Well, some sequels, I remember like one of the. one of the better Japanese horrors apparently got remade to American release, but Ringu over in Japan. I loved the first one, and I saw that the second one was the first. And
we're talking about the U.S. remake, right?
No, the Japanese.
I was going to say, I love the U.S. remake.
No, the first one. The second one was a load of crap. I'm sorry.
It was different enough to be.
And then Ju-on, The Grudge. Please.
Terrifying.
I jumped in a few spots.
know.
But
See, she doesn't love horror films. That's not
But
her.
the fact that I've seen, actually, thinking about it now, I mean, I've seen Battle Royale.
There's a part of me that thinks that at least the
That's horror in a
Japanese.
whole different way.
Oh, and I can say the Koreans for this too. That they know how to do horror pretty well because you ever seen Phone?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, the Koreans know how to make a 5-year-old girl look as creepy as all
A Tale
hell.
of Two Sisters, my brother. Yeah,
That's right.
man.
I saw that one
and
too.
like Hansel and
Nightmares
Gretel. Yeah,
Before
you don't have really.
Hansel and Gretel.
See, and you don't have to scare somebody with buckets of blood to
No,
be
it's
truly
all
unsettling.
in your imagination. It's all awesome.
Hansel and Gretel didn't scare me that much, but it was still I loved the film. It was kind of it was creepy a little bit, but it didn't really wasn't as horror as I've been had with some of their films.
Right.
But it was still a really good film, and with these 3 kids with these kind of like magical powers. It was like
Well, and the best thing we ever did was scare the technical people at the Magnolia. You probably didn't see it last year. It was a really obscure Thai film called The Screen at Kamshanad, and I was obviously loved it. It was one of my favorite ones last year. And it's about basically a haunted movie screen that just kind of pops up on an island, and you see a film, and maybe it's populated with ghosts, but we don't know. But there's a scene where they're showing this haunted film in a theater, and people are sitting watching it, and the other empty seats start going down, like people are sitting in them. And the Magnolia staff was tech screening it at 3 in the morning, and they had to stop. How much do you love that story? So yeah, we keep trying to figure out, okay, what film can we scare the staff with this year? That's our goal. Well, what's your favorite kind of Asian film?
I really like dramas.
Yeah?
And yeah, in general, I enjoy the dramas.
Do you like the weepy dramas?
I often do.
See, because we had so many. We had
I don't know, the
Asian
drama's
man,
good.
and the Koreans again know how to make a really sad, heart-rending drama. So much so last year and this year.
I like the girly romantic comedies too. I
Oh.
like some of my absolute favorites are My Sassy Girl.
My Sassy Girl was brilliant.
was that TV or a movie?
It's a movie.
Yeah.
Okay, because I have a few friends that like they'll and I know we're not supposed to be promoting downloading, but but
No torrent. Torrent bad. Okay, how about this?
No, not movies. It's not movies. They're torrenting Japanese dramas, which never get released over here anyway.
That's, I believe.
You get that on YouTube too.
Yeah.
If you are interested in any of the titles that we've talked about for previous festivals, here's your best bet. Go to Premiere Video. Premiere Video is
That's
at
the best.
75 and Mockingbird Lane, and they have such a robust group of international and Asian films that are, NTSC, which is good for your regular DVD player, Blu-ray player here. They also have an international section and will rent you an international DVD player to go with it. For not just Asian, really any kind of world cinema. If you can't find it at Premiere Video, ask for it because they'll get it for you.
No, I was about to say that, yeah.
They really believe in Asian film and in world film. They're really dedicated to it. I live in Louisville and I go to Premiere Video.
One of my art professors at school, he loved, one of his favorite things is watching the opening sequences to movies, and he'll show this in class. He'll show one of his favorite is I'm blanking on, but it's Kyle something. But he was the guy who does the openings for like Spider-Man and Seven and the Alan Dr. Moreau.
Okay.
And Kyle Cooper. And basically, but he loves just the opening with the text. He loves text and opening sequences, and he'll go to the premiere. They know him so well.
Spider-Man opening is memorable.
Oh, those are awesome.
Wow.
But he goes to premiere, and the guys know him and says, "Look, if it's a film we don't have, we'll get it for you. Just let us know." And they have it in their heartbeat.
They've done it for me. I asked for a Japanese film that my brother showed me called Nana.
Nana was good.
I love it.
They have a second one out too now.
It wasn't as good.
Uh-huh.
So he got
I
it
don't
for
think
me.
I know. I'm gonna plug this into my
I got
phone.
Nana. It's about a friendship. It's just kind of
Two musicians.
These two young 20-ish girls who meet on the train, become best friends.
It's really good. The movie's based off a manga and anime also.
It is.
Okay. Nana.
And it's excellent. And I think Sam who.
Sam Wade, Heather Hankemer.
He got the film after I asked him for it.
Premiere, free publicity.
Yeah, no joke, right?
They got a lot of people renting that film, and he was like, Alicia, that was a hit. Got any more for us?
Well, yeah, and they've always been very open. Hey, tell us what's hot. Tell us what you want to,
They're very much a business that care about movies and the people that watch them.
That's
So
all they do.
Yeah. and that's how they stay open. With a million blockbusters closing on every corner.
Exactly.
Which my husband now, it's like rather than go to garage sales, he just goes to all the blockbusters.
So your DVD
He's got 44-inch chest for $2.99. How awesome is that? Not Asian, but still awesome.
DVD collection goes.
Oh, I'm serious. It's embarrassing. I mean, we need another shelf. I mean, IKEA doesn't make enough shelves to hold our stuff. It's amazing to me. But yeah, we have beautiful dramas this year. In fact, you wouldn't. I don't know if you would know Koji Yakusho by name, but he's famous, and his directorial debut, Toad's Oil, we're showing.
I saw that.
In
I
our
saw the trailer
festival.
for that.
We're showing it once, so you better come out and catch it. It is beautiful. It's funny, and it's sad, and it's amazing. In fact, we have so much in the way of drama last year, and a little bit less so this year, that Kimberly Clark actually donates Kleenexes. And we put, Asian Film Festival says, please don't cry, and we give them your Kleenex to take to your movies. But yeah, Toad's Oil, Talentine, which is my favorite film this year. It's Malaysian. Yasmin Ahmad is this brilliant Malaysian director. She died last year, and this was her last film, and it's basically High School Musical, but awesome in every conceivable way, and it'll just rip your heart out. It's beautiful, and it's showing twice. It's showing on the first day and in the middle of the festival, so I totally recommend that. But yeah, we've got, basically for any flavor of genre that you like, we have family-friendly stuff this year.
The wonderful Tale of
The Tale of Ululu's Wonderful Forest.
That is one of the ones I have seen, and I enjoyed
And it made you cry?
I really enjoyed
Made
it.
my husband cry, so.
Yeah, another one is a biopic. It's called Mao's Last Dance.
Oh, yeah.
It's on Sunday night.
And we actually have guests coming in, and they're not actors. They're the actual real life counterparts. It's a story basically of a Chinese ballet dancer who got caught in an immigration scandal, and the actual the leader of the ballet, Ben Stevenson, and the immigration lawyer who from Houston,
Ben Stevenson
Charles Foster.
and Charles Foster will be joining us. The
That's
actual
really cool.
people.
Yeah.
Portrayed in the film.
You bring up the stories, and I just want to bring this up once because we're almost out of time here. But you said you guys told me a story how you almost had the opportunity to call Donnie Yen's mother. Please tell me about this
We'll
one.
call your mama.
This is actually our executive director Julie's story, but she was talking to the TICO, which is the Taiwanese Economic and Cultural Office.
Yep.
And
Longtime sponsor.
Right, absolutely. The man she was talking to, they're like a embassy, right? Essentially.
Yeah.
So the staff is always rotating. So this new fellow who she's been talking to used to be officed out of Boston, and he mentioned, he just kind of let it drop that he was really good friends with Donnie Yen's mother. And so when we were thinking about, which filmmakers, which actors should we try to invite? We thought,
I know we totally put it on Facebook. We're like, we're AFFD. We'll call your mama.
call your mama to get you.
Awesome.
But we did. We
let him off the hook.
We did, because Donnie is such a huge, big star. It wouldn't just be, hey, Donnie, can you come out? We'll put you up. You're gonna see a film. No. You need the entourage to deal with the great big star, and we want to be able to do that right. So we're excited. Maybe in a couple of years with some more sponsors, we'll be able to
Airline
do that.
sponsors.
Exactly right. But we have two directors coming in. Quentin Lee, who is the director of our closing night film, The People I've Slept With.
Okay.
He's going to be here, and I hear he gets totally saucy in Q&A.
Oh.
So if you're expecting, something a little randy to go with the sexy time of the film, then Quentin Lee But on so Monday we have Mao's Last Dancer and guests. On Thursday for closing night we have Quentin Lee and a Q&A. And then on Wednesday, this is really interesting, we have a documentary called 9500 Liberty, which is directed by two Asian American filmmakers,
Eric Byler and
Annabelle Park. And Eric Byler's coming out, and really what it's about, though, is the immigration debate in Manassas County, Virginia.
Oh, wow.
And basically the town versus the city council. And so we're not just having a talk with Eric Byler, but we're also bringing in people from the Hispanic Chamber here in Dallas, and people from the community on both sides of that issue. So I'm expecting a really rambunctious, spirited Q&A to go.
That'll be
with
interesting
that.
to see.
Yeah, we're super excited about that.
Well, I think we're about out of time here, but when does the festival exactly? When
Well,
dates?
we're the week before right now, and we've got a couple of advance events on Thursday at the Dallas Museum of Art. We are co-hosting a film called Island Etude, which is from Taiwan, and it is in collaboration with their Coastlines, the Land and Sea exhibit, which is all about the sea and the beach.
Cycling.
And it's
Cycling,
it is. Island Etude is about a man with a hearing problem who basically cycles through the islands, and it's gorgeous. So that's this Thursday. That's 2 days from now. Gosh, all the days are running together. And then Friday and Saturday midnights, we've got House Show at the Inwood, and then we have our kickoff party at LaGrange, Thursday the 22nd. At LaGrange in Deep Ellum. It's open to the public, and we are showing Audience Award winner from 2009, It Man. We're showing it on the wall. There's going to be sake snow cones and live music. It's going to rock. And then, but that's the kickoff party. So the films start on Friday the 23rd and go all day, every day. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. On Monday, we expand to the Angelica for our second venue. Yep. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we've got shows going at both the Magnolia and the Angelica, and then we close out at the Magnolia on Thursday the 29th. So films 23rd to the 29th. Oh, I know what. And we did close night party at Dew Mockingbird Station. So
Where?
DEUX.
DEUX, Dew Mockingbird Station.
Okay.
It is right next door. It is, you know where the Angelica is in Trinity Hall, and there's that fancy door. It's the fancy door.
Okay. I'll be there.
It totally is.
Awesome.
Yep, there's you there.
Well, that's it for now.
Thanks for having us.
No problem. Thank you for guys coming out. If you guys want, make sure it's what, the 23rd through the 29th?
23rd through the 29th. You can buy your tickets online at affd.org. You can follow us on the Facebook, the Twitter, the website. We're everywhere. And just stop one of us. Tell us what kind of films you like. We would be happy to help you pick, because we've got 36 films, 3 North American premieres, 6 U.S. premieres, 16 Southwest premieres.
Here's one for the audience too. Do you guys take recommendations, or are people willing to like say, hey, check out this film for maybe recommendations for future?
Absolutely. Oh, no. And that's how we got RoboGation.
No, to say, hey, what about this film? Maybe give suggestions to you guys to check out for the festival.
Oh, no, we wish you would.
Okay, all right.
And people come up to us all the time going, if we don't see Shaw Brothers at the 10th anniversaries in 2011, they're like, if we don't see Shaw Brothers films at 2011, there's going to be a riot. So we take requests all the time.
And with that, this is Spirits, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks,
Peace.
guys.
Bye.